Hi guys, welcome to today's video. We are going to do a 10-minute hip opener. We're going to start with shoulder rolls. So we're going to inhale, bring the shoulders up, exhale, roll them back down, and repeat that a few times. Just getting started here, inhaling up, exhaling down. We're going to move on to neck rolls. We're going to drop that chin down. We're going to exhale when we're on our chest, and we're going to inhale, bring the left side of your ear all the way up to your left shoulder. Roll that back down. Exhale, chest. Inhale, opposite way. We're doing half rolls. Exhale, inhale. All right, now we're going to do one big movement all the way back. Exhaling when we're down to the chest. Inhaling when we're up. Inhale, roll back. Nice full roll right here. Exhale. Bring those hands to prayer over heart. Take a few breaths in. And let's move on to tabletop position on all fours. So we're going to go through some cat and cow flow. So let's exhale, round that spine up to the sky. We're going to inhale, bring that tummy down to the mat. Lift up your head slightly, tailbone up. Exhale, round that spine again for cat. Inhale into cow. One more time, exhale into cat. Inhale into cow. Next, we are going to move into bird dog. We are going to extend that right arm out and extend that left leg out. We're really focusing on stability right here, and you're gonna feel your core working. Take a couple breaths here. Drop that knee back down and that hand back down to the mat. Let's switch opposite sides, so our left arm extended and our right leg extended. Really pulling opposite sides, and we're gonna feel that big length stretch. Let's focus on a few breaths here. Inhaling nice and deeply in, exhaling out through the mouth. Let's drop that knee back down and hand back down to the mat, and let's flow right into down dog. Now, it might feel good to pedal your feet if your hamstrings are tight. We're going to take that right leg and we're going to drive it through those hands into a nice low lunge. We're going to make sure that our knee is stacked over our ankle. We're going to inhale and rise those arms up overhead. Making sure we take a couple breaths here. Then we're going to step back and we're going to do a half split. You can really feel this tension right here in your hamstring. You can touch your toes if you'd like. Then we're going to inhale and bring that knee back up, and we're going to do a low lunge again. Inhaling, bring the arms up. Take a couple breaths here. Exhale, drop it down back into a half split, same leg. Now inhale, let's bring it back to down dog and let's reset, and we're going to repeat the same thing on the opposite side. We're going to drive the left leg through and have that foot in between the hands. We're going to inhale, sweep those arms up overhead. Take a couple breaths here. We're going to exhale, drop it back into a half split. We're going to inhale, bring that knee back up, knee stacked over ankle into the low lunge. Inhale, sweep those arms up. Couple breaths here. We're going to exhale, go back into half split. Now you can hop your feet back up to the top of the mat, and we're going to go in ragdoll position. So we're going to hold both elbows, drop that head. We're just swaying back and forth, letting everything go, letting any tension roll off your back onto the floor or mat. We're going to inhale and rise up slowly, rounding that back up. And inhale, bring those hands together. Prayer over hearts. Couple breaths here. We're going to drop it down to a low lunge. So we're going to make sure that we heel toe our feet out. Our toes are facing outwards, and we're going to drop it down. Make sure our hands are over heart in prayer. We're going to exhale, drop it down to Malasana, which is a low squat pose. And what you're going to want to do here is we're going to push those elbows against the inside of our knees, really widening out our squat. And this is a really great hip opener. We're going to inhale, bring it back up, hands overhead, hands together, prayer over heart. Exhale, drop it back down into Malasana, focusing on staying stable in this position. To inhale, bring it up. There you go. Hands together over heart. Exhale, drop it back down into Malasana, making sure we are getting that nice big stretch. Okay, we're going to inhale, bring it back up. We're going to rise up, and we're going to start a figure 4 stretch. So you could bring your right leg over and put your ankle over on top of your left knee. You're going to bow down with hands to chest. You could bend your knee a little bit, making sure we take a couple breaths here and really focusing on staying stable and allowing this stretch in our hips. This is a great hip opener stretch. Inhale, bring it back up. We're going to switch opposite sides. And drop it back down to tabletop position, and we're going to do hip circles. So we're going to inhale while we're up, and we're going to round back, and we're going to exhale when we're back. Inhale back up, and just do nice deep hip circles slowly in one direction. Inhaling when we come back up, exhaling when we come back down. And then you could rotate opposite sides in a different direction, just really focusing on getting deep in this stretch. Let's sink into child's pose. You could rest your forehead on top of a block, on top of your mat. Just really sink in. You could widen out your hips a little bit, your knees, to make space right there for you. And just really sink in and feeling the earth underneath you. Grounding yourself. Just really relaxing. Taking a couple breaths here. When you're ready, come up to crossed legs. And let's put our base of our feet together. And we're going to do big, nice pelvic circles. So we're going to round out, exhale, inhale, round up, exhale, rounding back. Really just focus on tilting your pelvic area just around. You could switch it opposite sides, inhaling when we're up, exhaling when we're back. Now we're going to bring our legs out in front, and we're going to do knee rocks. This is a really great hip opener. Just gently rock your knees back, really deepening your stretch right here. Taking nice, big, deep breaths in and out. Okay, you can come back into cross-legged, and we're going to finish it out with a nice little side stretch right here. Okay, now inhale. Let's switch sides. Bring the opposite arm around your knee. When you're ready, you could bring that back to center. Bring your hands to prayer over heart. Let's close out our practice today. Thank you so much for joining in. Namaste.